Wait, Rich got arrested?
Man, we got a lot of things we need to discuss today, man. We got a lot of things we need to discuss today.
How Rich get arrested? Well, obviously we gotta watch the video, right?
That I ain't really get a chance to really talk about when it was happening, and I ain't get a chance to talk about when I was in Paris. All right, but let me tell y'all what just happened yesterday. I landed at the. First of all, I had a 12-hour flight from Paris to LA. I landed, and when we landed, the pilot said, "Don't nobody get up yet." I'm like, "Okay, whatever." Police come on the plane, and they come straight to me. So I'm like, "What the?" So I'm like,
rule number one: you black. So that's just rule number one.
"The I do."
You black?
So police said, "Hey,
Well,
let me see
light
your boarding
skin.
pass. Let me see your boarding pass. Let me see your passport." I give it to them. They said, "Come with us." No joke. They walked me to the jet bridge by myself, and they said, "Hey, give me your phone." They took my phone, took everything I had, told me to turn around, and arrested me.
As soon as another man would have told me to turn around, we would have been fighting in that. Yeah. There's no way in hell, Rich. You could let a grown ass man.
So I'm like, what
My
the
back was hurting.
did I do? So they walking me through the airport, right? I'm in handcuffs. They walk me through the airport, and I'm telling the dude, like, "Bro, did I do something in Paris? Like, why are y'all arresting me? Did I do something in Paris?" So they walked me to the back, and they handcuffed me to like the chair shit. They handcuffed me to like the chair or the little thing. They got me in the back.
This shit sounding freaky. Like, all jokes aside, shit. This shit sound like it's something finna go on. They handcuffed me, got me in the back. Like, what you mean, Rich? This shit sound like they was trying to pop something off. They thought my nigga was sweet. Damn, if you think about it, chat, peep how he explained it.
The chair shit. And they handcuffed me to like the chair shit. They handcuffed me to like the chair or the little thing. They got me in the bed and whatever. And they dumping out all my shit.
Alright, that's.
And I'm like, bro, what the did I do?
That's.
You know what I'm saying? They dumping out all my shit and everything else. And they said, "You got a warrant for your arrest." I'm like, how do I have a warrant for my arrest? I haven't done nothing. So I landed at 6 p.m. I didn't get out the airport till about 10 p.m. at night. Like, they had me for hours. The local police came.
That shit happened to me one time too, chat. That shit happened to me one time too. That it's they randomly do it. Like, police randomly do that shit because they trying to catch. They think like niggas be trafficking and bringing drugs. So I got stopped like that before too, leaving LAX. And they took me. They took me to the side. Then they went through my bags with all gloves. And they don't really tell you why, because it's random and they trying to just catch you because it's like some racially profile shit.
Police at the airport came, everybody came and had like literally, I'm in like this little jail at the airport for like 3-4 hours.
Damn.
They telling me I got there like, "Yo, bro, you got a warrant, this protocol, we gotta do it." So then they looking through all my stuff. No exaggeration. One of the police officers whispered in my ear and was like, bruh, just go ahead and tell us what the drugs are.
I told you. I told you. I told you, chat. I told you. They be racially profiling. And they be having, that shit happened to me. That shit happened to me too.
I'm like, what the He like, bro, go ahead, just tell us what the drugs are. I'm like, bro, I ain't got no drugs on me. What the is y'all talking about?
What's so crazy is Rich don't do drugs. That don't do drugs. He don't smoke and he don't drink. So I know this was confused.
So mind you, bro, I'm like, what the is going on? So they dumping out all my shit. I'm talking about going through it while I'm handcuffed. I don't even know if y'all can still see the handcuff mark. Y'all probably can't even see it no more. But now I'm
Yo. Hello?
handcuffed through the whole thing. So one of the police officers, a new police officer came through and he said, oh shit, I know him. And everybody looking like, oh, he got in trouble.
Yeah. What's up? Yeah, I'm on stream. What says what though? I don't get it. How would I check to see that? Alright, bro.
Before, he like, nah, he do music, he an artist. He be streaming and stuff. His name Baby Rich. And they was like, oh, for real? He was like, yeah. Tell me why they all of a sudden started being nicer to me. They loosened up the handcuffs, they started putting my stuff in, started treating me like a human being, right? So I'm like, what the f? So then,
Bro, why y'all saying Rock Nation?
They let me go, they let me talk, man. They being cool. And they said, yeah, bro, we just gotta run your name through and everything else because your name popped up in the system. And you know what they told me that they arrested me for? No exaggeration. They said, we arrest you for a traffic violation that happened when you was living in Alabama.
Nah, see, chat. They using that as an excuse because they wanted to try to catch this. So what they gonna do is they run your name at the police can run your name and find anything on you. So since Rich just had a traffic violation or whatever, that was good protocol, not protocol, but that was good enough to stop him and be like, oh, this is the reason why we stopped you. But that's not the real reason why they stopped him. They stopped him to profile him, literally.
I'm like, what
You
the
say?
I said, bro, I haven't lived in Alabama in like 5 years. I said, bro, I done been to London. I done been to Paris 4-5 times. I done been to Dubai. I done been to Thailand. I done been to Italy. I done been to Mexico. I done been all these places. But all of a sudden, y'all want to stop me now? Then y'all want to arrest me and walk me through the airport with handcuffs on for something that happened when I was in Alabama. Listen, let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all this. Yeah, I was like, all of a sudden today was crazy. Like, I'm in that room. The fact that it was like super old like that, all of a sudden, it's crazy.
That nigga light skin as hell.
Yeah, I was like, all of a sudden
you could see the cuff mark. You that light skin, my boy?
He like, old one. I'm like, bro, I haven't lived in Alabama in 5 years, bro. So, whatever. So then I'm like, I bet, whatever. As soon as I got out, called my mom, called my lawyer and everything else, and I told them what happened. And they on that shit this morning, figuring that shit out. Because I ain't never dealt with no shit like that. I'm just like, it ain't nowhere in hell you do all that over a traffic violation that happened 5 years ago. Cause let me tell you what they said. First they said, oh, it's from Florida. Swear to God, first they said it's from Florida. Mind you, I didn't go to Florida this year. They said it's from Florida. I didn't go to Florida this year. When the game went to Florida, I was in Arizona. I never went to Florida this year. They were like, it's from Florida. You got a warrant out in Florida. I'm like, how when I haven't been to Florida this year? Then they said, yo, you were speeding from the cops. You eluded the cops in May last month. That's what it's for.
Nigga,
Mind
what?
you, the day they said I eluded the cops and I was speeding when I was running from the cops, I was in Arizona for Doug's birthday.
That Rich living 2 different lives. That's the oh shit. That's how he got the AMG, chat. This nigga Rich moving weight. Damn. Look at his face. He guilty. It all makes sense. This nigga moving weight. That's why he don't smoke or drink. The nigga selling the shit. Damn. That's why they call him Baby Rich. Damn. That's why he been looking for new cribs. He moving coke. I can't even know if I can say that word. He moving them powder donuts. You ain't slick, Rich.
I was in Arizona for Doug's birthday. So they're like, yeah, you were speeding from the cops in May. That's and everything. This is what it's warrant for. Mind you, somebody just told me Florida. This person I was speeding from the cops. And I'm like, how was I speeding from the cops in May when I was in Arizona for my homie's birthday?
Damn, we was only out there for a few days though, Rich.
Then you gonna say it's from something from 5 years ago in Alabama?
That's why he left Alabama, Chad. That on the run. What if his name is not even Baby Rich? What if his shit is like trap lord or some shit? Damn, Rich Escobar. That nigga do look Dominican a little bit. No cap. He do look a little Dominican. And he closed this gap. I gotta go to the bathroom, chat. I gotta go to the bathroom on that note. Chat, it all makes sense. That's how he was able to close it. That nigga trying to change his identity. Damn.
A county I never been to? When they told me the county, I'm like, bro, the last time I was in this county is when I was in high school.
Now you been trapping since high school? Damn.
So, bro, I tell you, that was the craziest shit I ever... Like, I planned on streaming last night, but all that shit had blowed me last night. I'm not even gonna lie. That shit blowed me last night. But I never been through nothing like that before, bro. And the only reason the police officer started being nice to me, because one police officer said he knew who I was and he watched my shit. Shout out my Kelly, man. So that was the craziest shit that I ever experienced and everything else. So I was like, yo, but I got my lawyers on that, bro. I'm like, that shit was crazy. So, you know, that happened. But the fact that police officer whispered in my ear, say, hey, bro.
Whoa, whispered in your ear. Then you put on lip gloss. Wait a minute, Rich. Get a name first.
Just go ahead and tell us now. You feel me? But one thing I learned in those situations, don't say much, don't do too much. Just keep it cool, calm, and collective.
You see? He knew exactly what to do in that situation. Damn, this nigga a trapper.
Keep it cool, calm, and collective. You feel me? They wanted me to overreact. They wanted me to. They wanted me to overreact. But one thing, man, let me tell you. I stopped talking. I ain't do too much talking. Short, quick answers. When, you know what I'm saying? Dry. You been to Alabama? No. Why was you in Pierce? Work. Like, you know what I'm saying? I ain't listen. I was cool. Yes, sir. No, sir.
W Rich though, bro.
But
I'm glad my out of that situation.
That shit happens, bro. That was crazy. That's crazy. But we're gonna get that.
Keep moving back to Paris.
On that situation.
W Rich, man. I'm glad my good. I'm glad he okay. W Rich. I'm glad you're okay, my boy. I'm glad you're okay. I wanna watch this Rod shit. Oh, chat. I was talking to Rich about this the Cinco situation like 2 nights ago or 2 days ago. And I ain't gonna lie. Rich was making sense, bro. Rich said he felt like dog that came up on Cinco. It was somebody that either knew that nigga was gonna be there, stream sniped him, or it was something a little deeper. I'm not gonna lie. Cause he said, bro, dog came up on him on some, it was so random, bro. It was like, why? Nah, the dude didn't work there. He didn't work there when he came up or he walked up on Cinco. It was a random, he worked there? Nah, he didn't work there. He didn't work there. Nah, he was a random guy. But when I was talking to Rich about it and the shit made sense, he like, bro, I think that somebody tried to set that shit up. I said, bro, that shit makes so much sense. Because it's like, why out of all the times? Why out of all the times, you know what I'm saying? They try to do that to that now. And my Cinco trying to turn over a new leaf, bro. But it made sense. Did anybody find out who the person was? Like, did anybody find the dude Instagram or anything? Like, did he ever come out and speak? He came out and speaked or no? Oh, that shit crazy. What did he say right here?
Niggas, I don't give a fuck how tall a nigga is. I don't give a fuck how strong a nigga is. On my mama, when me and Aries, any nigga want to squabble, I don't give a fuck. I'm in there. One thing about me, I never turn down a fade, fool. And I'm not, and I wasn't on no tough shit. I don't know why niggas trying to make it seem like, oh, I was on some tough shit, or niggas was praying that, you know, praying on that downfall, trying to make it seem like it's good and they got hit or something. Bro, I treated bro with respect when he first came across me, bro. You hear my talk, the way I talk to niggas. Now you want to take a picture, brother? Oh yeah, you feel me? Like, but I just felt bro energy, so I try to turn bro down. You feel me? But bro was already on bunk. You feel me? It was like, you know, shit was what it was. You know.
Did Allen ever speak out, chat? Yeah, Aries just caught a stray for nothing. Aries somewhere drinking protein powder, just the powder, not even mixing it. Aries was probably drinking straight powder of the protein powder and just caught a stray for nothing. For nothing. That's fucked up. That's fucked up. Did Allen ever say anything? Allen need to speak out on this shit, bro. Allen needs to speak his piece, chat. Because, Allen, you need to decide if this is what you need to do. You should just go shoot corn if that's the case. Just go shoot corn, be the cameraman, and you might get hit with a little bit of some shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing you might get hit with. But this IRL shit, Allen, just wrap it up. Wrap it up. Don't. I think you should chill on this shit, Allen. You damn near should chill on this shit. Go film something else. I'm just telling the truth, bro. You can't get cold feet in these situations all the time, bro. And he too soft-spoken. Like when he called me that one, he was too soft-spoken. Damn near irritated me. He damn near irritated me, bro, when he called me and told me to wake this up. Because it's just too soft-spoken. I don't know if I'm talking, I don't know who the I'm talking to. Yeah, Allen. Y'all need to go check on that Allen. He probably somewhere in the mirror looking at himself. Really mad. Probably crying. Listening to Jagged Edge. With a hat to the back. With some big ass shorts. And a tank top. With some ankle socks. Heated at himself. That nigga Jay in the building. Almighty Jay in this. Almighty Jay in this. Hey Jay. Is Allen not y'all friend? I f with Allen. I f with Allen. It's just you gotta hold niggas accountable, bro. You gotta hold niggas accountable, bro. Just like with Jay. I always tell Jay, you live in another history, bro, with them twisties. That's another history. And you just rocking another history. You know what I'm saying? But we gotta, that's my man, so you gotta hold him accountable. You know what I'm saying? It's another that put in them work that started from the root and it went down to his shoulders. It's good though, it's love. That's still my brother, man. But we just hold niggas accountable over here. That's it. I know Allen just gotta, I don't know what the fuck he gotta do, bro. But we gotta hold that nigga accountable. Yeah, we gotta hold that nigga accountable, chat.
They trying to troll it, you feel me? That's all that shit is, bro. They trying to troll it the whole time. If niggas in my position, fool, this one did half the shit a nigga did, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, fool, a nigga got to flight to Italy, man. You know what I'm saying? Him, he's not going nowhere near no flights, man. He's on the bus, man. No disrespect to the bus, brother, but he got more to lose, man. Was telling me I should have stolen it.
Come to think about it, Allen is the reason why I got it. That shit happened with Skilla Baby. Now that I think about it, Allen was the reason why that shit happened. And when we was hooping and Allen stepped on my ankle, nah, this Allen a liability, bro. Allen turning into a liability, bro. Now that I think about it, now that I'm really sitting here thinking about it, Allen is the reason I'm going through this shit, and I see clips of me hooping against Skilla Baby and that shit. I ain't speaking on what the fuck happened in them clips, but Allen's the reason. Fuck all that. Aiden need to run a WWE Rumble. Yeah. Nah, just like how with T.O. when he was saying the Rumble shit, you gotta hold niggas accountable. Still got love for my nigga, man. Still love at the end of the day.
You know what I'm saying? Like niggas like, oh, you should have took off on the game. Y'all telling me like
nigga try to say I ain't got waves. Hold on. Don't ever say I ain't got waves in this. Don't ever say I ain't swimming in this. Don't ever say I ain't swimming in this. Don't ever say I ain't swimming in this. You might drown with me. Pause. No homo. Niggas hating. Don't hate, bro. Congratulate, bro.
Like, I'm not from the trenches, bro. I know when a nigga get up on my face, you still in there. That's cool, but like, I'm not that same. I'm not broke. I can't just do shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Nigga can get sued for that, gang. Oh, because a nigga just hand in my face, check them cameras, gang. Nigga see I took off on a nigga. You know what I'm saying? They send me straight to jail. You feel that shit up? Niggas, it's assault. You get 7 years, $100,000 fine, and I'm not even in my own country, my nigga. You feel me? Like, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm not looking, and I'm not even looking for trouble, bro. Like, I'm off that, bro. Like, I'm not. That's not the point I am in my life, bro. Like, I'm not, like, one thing about me, I'm never running away from that shit. Like, I'm not turning down shit, but that's not why I'm here, bro. I'm in Paris, gang. Like, I come from Compton, gang. I'm in Paris, bro. The last thing I'm trying to do is fight a foreigner. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the last thing I'm trying to do. Or fight, period. Like, even when I go to the gym and hoop, when I get into it, I be like, bro, I'm not trying to squabble, fool. Like, that's not what I'm here, gang. Like, I'm trying to be a better man. You know what I'm saying? Like, even in that situation, like, I try to handle that shit like a better. I try to be the bigger man, bro. It took everything in me to not want to squabble a nigga or take off on a nigga. I had so many clean times where I could have just took off on a nigga when he wasn't looking. You feel me? But it's like, that's not what I'm trying to get to, fool. Especially when he flashes life, I'm like, bro, I got Allen with me, I got Lala with me, I got a female with me, gang. You feel me? The last thing I need, like, if let's say I would have took off on Cub, right? Let's say I would have took off on him, and then Allen would have took off on him like y'all wanted him to. All right, now what if he would have felt like he got jumped and pulled out his knife and got the stabbing in GTA? Then niggas like, oh, why you take off on, bro? Why you do that? You should have just played it cool. Like, you know what I'm saying? You never could win, bro. Like, you never could win. You know what I'm saying? When Dub took off on a nigga for his words, when they do the bro, like, oh, he a liability. Oh, he this, that. You can't bring certain niggas like that around. Like, you feel me? But then when a nigga leave, you know what I'm saying? Try to keep shit at a certain, you feel me? It's on me talking about, oh, this, that. You feel me? But like, me, fool, I'm glad it went that way, and I say that shit every time. I was talking about Pops about that shit, all that. I wouldn't rewind that shit and play it no differently. You feel me? Because at the end of the day, I made it home, you know what I'm saying, safely. Everybody else made it home safely, you know what I'm saying? A little chin tap, that's not nothing, fool. Like, nigga got a chin, nigga been squabbling, fool. Like, that shit not nothing to me, you know? I'd rather him hit me first, so when I take off on you and I get up on you, I can't go to, you know, nigga can't say I was assaulting nigga. Everything I did was self-defense, you feel me? Nigga can't sue me, you know what I'm saying? Like, finna get a free ticket off me, but I'm not finna give you my hard-earned money, nigga. What the fuck? You got me fucked up.
That is facts. W Cinco chat.